Beautiful play there by Markel Lowe. He showed it to the middle. As soon as he got to that middle point, he bounced it outside. He said, I'll take my yard, and 25 more first down. Tigers, beautiful football play.
High formation set for the Beavers. It's going to be a give to Gerard Wade, and he stood up in the backfield. It was Sandy Pendergrass that met him first, and then he was hammered down to the turf on the play by Markel Lowe.
Stand him up and show him the seat. Beautiful job, Pendergrass and Lowe. What a great job, Tiger D.
Just a 10-yard punt there by Sincere Fields, on deflection by Caleb Kaiser.
Kaiser, a new member of the football team this year, coming over from Pikeview. He's a beast, is what Caleb is. And he has had an impact on this football team, and he's just going to grow into the role that he has on this football team. And there's one of the impact things he does. I think Chance gave up on that just a little too soon. He needed to wheel out of the pocket, not step forward, and then look downfield either to that swing route or to one of his other receivers. Needs to stay not necessarily in the pocket, but needs to stay in the passing frame of mind a little bit longer. But those are just little sophomore mistakes that he'll work through as he gets more experience. Princeton in the defensive line parted the Red Sea, and Moses and the linebackers came right through and just barreled them over, and a beautiful job getting the football back. Well, that's what you love to know, what Dave Campbell just said to his offensive line. Or not.
He can't be real happy right now. I think
this offensive line is definitely top 5 in the state, if not top 3. And I'm not over-exaggerating by that. So there is some pressure on that. Wyatt Klein, he's another one of them cagey sophomores on this football team. He plays football like a rabid dog. He'll just find you and snatch you. Great defensive play by Princeton. That's what they needed. They needed penetration in the backfield. They needed to create disruption. They needed to get a turnover, seize momentum. You feel the crowd come back up.
12-yard line. Monster ran hard up through that hole right between the two senior linemen. The right guard, Eli Campbell, and the center, Chase Smith.
The sensational sophomore, beautiful Brad Monster getting his legs churning, going up the middle, gets 8 big yards, looking to get Princeton closer to that pay dirt end zone.
Snap is back. It's a good one. Princeton's going to bring some pressure. A wobbly punt. Collins from the 39-yard line, 30, 25, 20. Looking for some room. He's going to cut it back across the field. Tom Collins is going to score on the play. There are no flags on the field. A 39-yard touchdown return on the punt as Tom Collins got out of a straitjacket at about the 20-yard line, cut him all the way back across the grain, and had one Bluefield player to beat just inside the 15-yard line. And lightning strikes here on a clear night at Honeycutt Stadium.
Somebody get Sincere Fields and Freddie Simon the memo. Don't kick to Tom Collins. He did a little shimmy, a shaking, and an earthquake, kicked it in the Batman Afterburners, and a 39-yard touchdown for Dom Collins. Princeton's on the board and takes the lead.
Barker stepping up. He's got man coverage, and he's got Brad Mosser down the far sideline. He made the catch out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Two sensational sophomores look up for the beautiful play, longest football play in the game for either team. Chance Barker said, "Go get it, young man." And there was a beautiful play.
Flag on the play.
Of course there is. False start? Really?
He's going to negate what would have been a 33-yard completion.
I never saw a flag come out. And they let the entire play go before calling a pre-snap penalty. You got to do better than that. What Barker didn't see there, and again, this is just an inexperienced situation. Barker was looking left and rolling left. Dom Collins motioned right, and he had Dom in the flat on the right. If he had just done a little bubble shot, little dink and dunk, if you will, to the right side, he could have had Dom and let Dom do what Dom does. But it's a situation where if you start floating left, your intentions are going to be left. And Dom was right, and left and right are just two separate things. To get Garrett Mays some stickum, boy, he had 2 hands on it and just fumbled it a little bit, and was just that close.
Had a handful of black Tiger jersey.
The easiest way to determine that an offensive lineman has committed a hold is that as soon as they do it, they throw their hands in the air.
Fields with Wade in the backfield with him. He'll hand it off. He'll keep it, actually, and Fields is hammered on the play. The ball is loose.
Princeton has it.
Eli Campbell rips it away from Sincere Fields, and the recovery on the play is Markel Lowe.
Big Eli Campbell came in like he was storming the Death Star, and he made his rebel run in there, and he pulled the ball out, and he told Darth Vader, Raider and the Eagle Empire just no, sir, you're not getting in there. And he got the ball back for Princeton. Great job, Eli.
Powell and Wade in the backfield with Fields out of the pistol look. Here comes a Princeton blitz. Fields trying to get away from it, and he will not do it. And Cooper slings him down to the turf all the way back inside the 10 at the 6-yard line.
Fields kept running and running, trying to get away, and then Cooper grabbed him and said, "No, you are buzzard meat," and he put him down on the turf here at Honeycutt for a bad loss, and now Bluefield going to be forced to punt the ball, going to give Princeton great field position.
Getting Princeton strung the play out, though, and a suplex tackle on the play. It is Markel Lowe.
Markel Lowe gave a call to Brock Lesnar, and he said, "Okay, you can do it." And Markel Lowe took him to Suplex City on that tackle. It's 4th down. Let's see Tiger D get big and strong here. Hey guys, this is what you're going to have to watch for. You are the guys who've been here before. Make sure you pep up everybody else, and let's get this done. Let's get them off the field, and let's grab control of this football game one more time.
4th down and 9, maybe even a short 10. Ball's just inside the 25. Bluefield needs to get to the 15. 2 receivers right, single receiver. Campbell left. Field straight drop. Here comes the blitz. A wobbling ball.
Intercepted! Let's just set it. So this is where you want to see those veterans step up. Talked about Markel Lowe and Don Collins. They were right there. And Markel stepped up and said, "Give me that ball." He said, "Thank you very much. I'm going to take this now." And he did. Great job, Tiger D.
Fields, jump ball. Harrison, a lot of hand shoving, and it's going to be intercepted by Don Collins. A flag came out.
Now I'm the home radio guy, but here's what it is. That was 2 guys fighting for a football. And there was hands both ways, and Dom was hands in one guy, and Bluefield was hands in Dom, and that right there is a no flag. You just let each guy hands each other, and you let it go. Okay, that stinks. Let's move on. We're still good. There's my official analysis of the situation.
Shotgun look, Fields dropping back. It's going to be another jump ball in the end zone, and Harrison comes down with it.
No!
Not.
There are 3 Bluefield coaches almost in the end zone losing their mind. One of them is Freddie Simon. I am sorry, but you got to throw a flag on that. They are way beyond where they should be legally. And they are telling them to get off the field, and they're not quite listening. Now they're listening. Now the Princeton crowd comes alive, and I like it. And here's what I'm going to tell you why. Because the best part of that play was when RJ caught the ball, Don didn't stop engaging. He let him fall out of bounds because he knew he didn't have it. Princeton ball.
2-by-2 set from the 5-yard line. Chance Parker taking the thing.
It's still play football time here. Talked to Eli Campbell a little bit before the game, like I talked about, and him and Landon Moore. They were talking about how the first couple series were a little jakey for him last week, but then they got moving. But yeah, I mean, we're in the 4th quarter now, but buddy, they're moving now. It's the old Tony Stewart NASCAR theory. I got to crack the car up a little bit before I can race it.
Snap comes back. They will throw it. It's going to be a screen to Don Collins.
Oh boy!
40-foot race down the sideline, midfield. 40, 45, cuts back inside. Don Collins let me pop 15, 10-5. End zone, touchdown, Tigers on a 70-yard screenplay. Don Collins to the near side of the field. Made a guy miss at about the 40-yard line.
Hey, Jeffrey King, D-back for Bluefield, you might want to go back and get your shoes because you got juked right out of them. Tom Collins on the run down the field at the 30. He did his whoop-de-whoop. The Batman afterburners were already kicked in 70 yards. Hello, Princeton touchdown for Tom Collins. Beautiful football play. Woo!
A blitzer comes free and the ball comes out. The fumble forced on the play. Jalen Kaiser forced it, and then Colton Shockley, the sophomore, picked it up, and Bluefield turns it over.
Colton Shockley, the dozer, is what they used to call him. They still call him that. He just bulldozes his way into everybody. He gets the football, and a beautiful play there to get Princeton back in there. Now, I get to say it. How about a little cower ball, Wes? WVU Medicine Princeton Community Hospital brings you the player of the game, and it's going to go to Markel Lowe. And it has to go to Markel Lowe because Markel did it on 3 facets of the game tonight. He did it defensively, he did it in the passing game, he did it in the rushing game. For Markel tonight, in the passing game, 2 catches, 8 yards, but he was a real decoy as well. He created passing for other guys. Defensively, you've got his defensive stats, but he had the interception. That was one of the big keys. tonight, but rushing tonight, Markel Lowe, 12 carries, 104 yards, and a touchdown. What a big game for Markel tonight, and it was the biggest touchdown run really that busted this game wide open.
Yeah.
And it was probably also, and it's also definitely the Dairy Queen key play of the game.
Really, the thing that kind of shifted the entire momentum was you guys get the sack of Fields with Jordan Cooper there at like the 5 or 6 yard line. They got a punt out of their own end zone. What was it, 2 plays later, or the very next play from scrimmage, you guys are in the end zone. I know it only put you up 13-6 at that point, but that felt like just a huge momentum shift in the game. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. I think the whole second half seemed like a momentum shift, and that's what we talked about at halftime. We came out. We probably were a little too excited when we first started the game. When you're playing in one of these rivalry games, you gotta toe the line between being 2 up and not being up enough. But I think that second half momentum shift, was exactly what we talked about. In the locker room, we got guys ready to go. We said, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go out here. We're gonna stop them. And they had a little momentum there at the beginning, but we didn't bend. We bend a little bit. We didn't break as a defense, and we got that ball back. And as soon as we got Kel on the edge, we knew that we were going to be able to have some success.
You talk about your offensive and defensive lines. You said that to win this game tonight, you got to control the line of scrimmage. You guys especially did that throughout the game on the defensive line. It took you maybe a little bit to get some things sorted out with the looks Bluefield was giving you defensively. What in-game adjustments did you make up front there?
Well, other than just being misaligned, like our guys kind of got lost in the shuffle a little bit, and we had talked about stuff the entire, the week with where we needed to go and what we needed to do, and I think we just got caught up in the moment and weren't aligned right. Once we got and made those corrections, they started running the speed option out of us, and I think that when they scored that first touchdown, we just had a misassignment. We were supposed to tackle, Sincere there on the option, and we just had a missed assignment, and that was about the only thing. It wasn't anything that they threw out that we didn't think they were going to do. I think it was just our guys kind of have some mental lapses. In big games, those things happen.
Against Bluefield, it's important to pursue the ball because they got 3 or 4 guys that can break one on you. Fields a quarterback, Harrison. I know they didn't line him a lot up in the backfield tonight. Wade is obviously capable. How is your linebackers, that second level? Like, I know that Sammy had a good game up front, Eli, Mikey D, but how about Jordan Cooper, Markel, those guys being able just to pursue the ball and make plays and keep Bluefield behind the chains throughout the night?
Yeah, and Hezekiah Burnett, those guys all in the middle, they took advantage of what they had to do. We were going to be able to create double teams up front and cause matchup problems, and the big question mark, we were like, our linebackers going to be able to tackle in space. And there was a couple times, we missed tackles and, we got a little lazy, but overall, I was very impressed with how those linebackers played. And, when we came in, that's the unit we were trying to fix. We know we got an incredible defensive line, and I think after this game, you can go ahead and say we got an incredible, group of linebackers as well.
I know you're going to enjoy this one tonight. Prepare for Oak Hill starting tomorrow. There's not going to be a whole lot of secrets next Friday night. Everyone's going to know what everyone's doing. But what are you expecting from Oak Hill next Friday night?
Well, I think Coach Marion's going to have those guys absolutely ready to go. And we have to be able to bounce back, enjoy this one tonight. I told the guys, I said, listen, enjoy this one for a little bit. But at the end of the day, you got a huge game coming up because Coach Marion's going to have those guys. Those are his guys. That's his hometown. He's coming back. The reunion back to Princeton. All of the kind of headlines you want to have in a game. But what else could you ask for?
Coach, enjoy this one tonight. We'll catch up with you before, as you said, a huge game next week. Not only because it's like a reunion tour, but because that team's 2-0 now, and there's going to be some points available.
Absolutely. Now. And, we always say it doesn't matter who we play. We got to go 1-0, right? And it just happens to so be, Coach Marion's squad. So we'll enjoy this one. I'll pretty much be done enjoying this one here in a little bit, and we'll look at the film and break down our film and go ahead and jump on Oak Hill and see what we got to do.
All right, Coach, we'll talk.